apprécie notre compagnie pour voyager en toute tranquillité sur le chemin de l'ASMR. Ce soir, je voulais vous présenter un livre qu'on a acheté à Londres avec mon chéri. La version illustrée de la pièce de théâtre de William Shakespeare, The Tempest, la tempête. Avec mon chéri, quand on y a été, j'ai voulu lui offrir pour son anniversaire quelque chose dont il avait toujours rêvé, c'est-à-dire assister à une pièce de Shakespeare dans le théâtre de Shakespeare. Et on a vu une version très très moderne de ce conte. C'était très sympa. C'est juste que Shakespeare en français c'est déjà pas simple, mais alors Shakespeare en anglais, faut être calé. Quand on a vu ce livre, on a craqué parce que c'est une version illustrée et du coup simplifiée de l'histoire de la tempête. Donc je vous propose ce soir une vidéo en anglais où je vous lirai The Tempest de William Shakespeare. Je vous lis la 4e de couverture. I am Ariel, a spirit of the air. Magic is in every part of me. My master, Prospero, is a powerful magician. He wants to get revenge on the men who wrong him. This is a story of how we use magic to do strange, frightening, yet brilliant things. Donc c'est un conte de vengeance et je vous propose qu'on se retrouve pour le lire. William Shakespeare, The Tempest, retold by Georgia Elinas, illustrated by Jane Ray. Can you do magic? I am Ariel, a spirit of the air. I can fly, ride on the curled cloud and burn bright as fire. Magic is in every part of me. My noble master Prospero is a clever magician. This story is about how my master and I use magic to do strange, frightening, yet brilliant things. Prospero was a Duke of Milan. As he is a man, not a spirit like me, he had to read special book on how to make magic. He spent so long in this library that he did not see that his jealous brother Antonio wanted to become the Duke. Alonso, the ambitious king of Naples, and his brother Sebastian plot with Antonio to overthrow Prospero and his baby daughter Miranda. One dark and windy night, Antonio battled them into a leaky boat and cast them out of the water to an unknown fate. A kind friend had hidden food and water in the boat. Prospero made sure he took all his book. They were too important to leave behind. The boat drifted onto the shores of this beautiful island, which is full of sound and sweet delight. But the island hasn't always been this way. Before Prospero was washed ashore, an evil witch, Sycorax, and her monstrous son, Caliban, ruled it. Life was hard for me then. Sycorax hated me and imprisoned me in a hollow tree for 12 long years. Thankfully, Prospero heard my desperate crying and released me from my torment. But my new freedom had a price. In return, I had to use magic to watched Miranda grow into a beautiful young woman. She loved her father dearly, but she must have been lonely sometimes. One day Prospero said he had an important gem for me. His wicked brother Antonio was sailing past the island. On board the ship were Alonso, the king of Naples, and his brother Sebastian. Alonso's son, Prince Ferdinand, who knew nothing of his father's wrongdoing, was also with him. This was Prospero's only chance to punish them, the man who had stolen his dukedom. My master said that if I helped him get his revenge, he would set me free. On my master's orders, I burned bright and fierce and created a terrifying storm. It took all my magic to make the howling winds, pelting rain, and pounding waves that made the ship toss and turn. All on board, Antonio, King Alonso, Sebastian, and Ferdinand thought they were going to drown, but I was very careful not to hurt anyone. They were thrown into the foaming sea and watched ashore on different parts of the island. Prospero wanted King Alonso to think that his son had drowned. I was sad to see Alonso crying for his lost son and Ferdinand crying for his lost father, but I had learned not to question my master. He had a very quick temper and didn't like it if I asked too many questions. I didn't want it to go back into the hollow tree again. I cast a spell on Ferdinand and brought him to Prospero. The best way to cast a spell is to sing it. My singing has calmed the angriest animal. I sang to Ferdinand about his father. The magic was easy after making the Tempest. That's a song. At my master's command, I broke the spell and Ferdinand opened his eyes. The first person he saw was gentle Miranda, gazing at him in great surprise. Ferdinand thought she was a goddess. In that moment they fell in love. Prospero was very pleased. His plan was working. I was so busy for the rest of that day doing my master bidding. I chased Caliban through the forest because he had been up to no good again. I terrified my master enemies, creating a feast that vanished when anyone touched the food. I even became an horrible creature and reminded Antonio of the wrong he and King Alonso had done to Prospero. I was here, there, and everywhere, but soon I will get my reward. Prospero then commanded that I bring Antonio, King Alonso, and Sebastian to his cave. My master used his staff to create a magic circle from which they could not escape. They could not move or speak, but they could not move or speak, but they could hear every word he said. This was my master's moment for revenge. Prospero rebuked them for their cruel crimes. He demanded that the disloyal Antonio give him the dukedom back. They knew Prospero had the power to destroy them. He wanted to make them suffer. I had to say something to stop Prospero. I told him that if I were was so happy. Miranda was to marry Ferdinand and became Queen of Naples. Prospero showed that forgiveness is greater than revenge, and from that day he gave up magic forever. He broke his magic staff into pieces and drowned his book in the deep sea. Prospero could leave the island and return to his old home as the rightful Duke of Milan. And then he set me free, where the bee sucks, there sucking high, in